The AFP has a fascinating story on the Cuban economy, and we have some good news. They say the Cuban authorities are considering legalizing certain private businesses, a potentially transformative move for the communist island as it liberalizes its economy. The ruling Communist Party on Tuesday published a list of reforms proposed during its Congress in March, including possible changes to laws governing small and medium-sized businesses. Potential reforms include allowing Cubans to create small businesses mainly run by the worker and their family, medium-sized, small, and micro-scale private businesses. Parliament must debate and approve the proposal before it can become law in the one-party state, but the very mention of the possibility in an official party document signals change in Cuba, which is opening its relations with former enemies such as the United States. 2 words for this. Thanks, Obama. No, I actually mean it in this case. So I'm tough on Obama in many ways, and he deserves it in many ways, whether it's the drone war, whether it's the NSA. There's a lot of areas where he deserves the criticism. There's some things where I just give him nothing but praise. I agree with the executive order on immigration. I agree with the Iran deal. I agree with the Cuba move. And it worked. It worked. So we had the embargo on them for decades. And in no way did you affect the kind of change that people would like to see. Well, now we're having the kind of change that the Republicans would even want, and they've wanted for years, and we got it through diplomacy, and we got it through opening up lines of communication and talking things out. Do they still do things that are fucked up? Of course. When it comes to social issues, they crack down big time. Freedom of the press is not a thing. And all those things need to be taken care of with time. But here's what we know doesn't work. We're going to give you the cold shoulder and not talk to you and not trade with you and not have conversations and try to work it out. And if we do anything, it'll just be bombing you. No, it turns out that that's stupid. That's idiotic. It has the opposite of the effect you want. In fact, you just give the Castros more power when you do that. But what doesn't do that? The opposite. What Obama did. You open up the lines of communication. It's give and take a little bit. And then would you look at that? Now all of a sudden, soon after we open up the line of communications, all of a sudden, a bill is proposed. Hey, how about we don't have state control of absolutely positively everything? Let's allow some very small businesses, some micro businesses as I call them, family-owned enterprise, and let's not have the government at the helm of all private enterprise. Well, everybody should support that. Now, by the way, I think there are actually going to be some people on the left who don't like this because they view this as the first step in a long road to just having full corporatization of Cuba, and we're right back to where we were in the 1950s when it was a dictatorial regime and it was basically America's puppet state. No, guys, I think the answer is somewhere in between, man. Like, they should have full independence, obviously, but should they also have certain things that are private industry in Cuba and certain things that can remain in the hands of the state? Of course.